Yeah, good day and welcome to my channel. Uh, Today we'll be discussing about what the characteristics of living things. What are the characteristics of these living things? The characteristics of living thing is what? One, movement. Movement. Two, respiration. Respiration. Three, nutrition. Four, irritability. Five, growth. Six, excretion. Seven, reproduction. Eight is what? Adaptation. Adaptation. These are the major characteristics of what? Of living things. From movement to respiration to nutrition, irritability, growth, excretion, reproduction, and adaptation. So what is now the movement? Movement. This is what? Ability of plants and animal to move from one place to other. Ability of a what? Of plants and animal to move from one place to another. Respiration is the what? Ability of plants and animal to exchange gases with environment. Ability of what? Plants and animal to exchange gases with environment. Now, what is now nutrition? The third one, nutrition. The what? The process by which plants and animal produce their foods. What? Their food. Because for every human being, we have to be nutritious. Fine. Number 4, irritability. The what? The process or ability of plants and animal to respond. Irritability to respond to what? To external stimuli. Growth. The what? The ability of plants and animal to what? To increase. They have to increase. Growth. It's not that they are growth, they are increase. The increment. What? In size and height. In size and height. Excretion. The process by which plants and animal ejects. They eject their what? Their waste products. Their waste products. The production. The what? The process by which both plants and animal, produce the young ones. And the last one, adaptation. The ability to become adapt to certain environments. The ability to become adapt to certain. That is now the word, the characteristics of living thing. From movement, the ability of an animal or plant to move from one place to another. Respiration, to what? Change what? Exchange of gases. They have to exchange of gases. You know, from movement, though plant movements are very limited. Movements are very limited. They are being fixed in a certain place. They cannot what? Move from one place to another place. But their movement is what? Is being fixed. They might be moved within their what? Within their fixed places with the body. That is why the movement of animal, of plants is what is being fixed. But what is not that they are not moved. Their movement is very, very limited. But that kind of of a plant of animal, it is what? Their movement is totally unlimited. The movement is totally unlimited. The animal can move from one place to another. It can go from, like human being can go from one different countries to another different countries. Animal, the little animal which is the one animal, goat, sheep, they can move from one house to another house. But in the plants, their movement is very limited. Respiration. The respiration is the ability what? To exchange gases. Now human being, the animal, they excrete CO2, carbon dioxide. But the plant, they inject that carbon dioxide, while the plant excrete oxygen. And the oxygen is what an animal use in their own respiration. That means that the waste product of plant is become useful for the animal, while the waste product of animal become useful for the plant. Nutrition. The nutrition by plants is called autotrophic nutrition, while the animal is called the heterotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic and heterotrophic. What do I mean by the autotrophic? The autotrophic means the ability of a plant to produce their own food by the use of photosynthesis. While the heterotrophic is the ability of an animal to depend on another animal. But we that are depend on animal, we depend on plants. All heterotrophic animal depends on plants. That's why they are called heterotrophic, because we depend on plants. Irritability. This is the response to external stimuli. Human being can respond to stimuli immediately, but plants, they don't respond to stimuli immediately. Their response is very slow. The growth. There is an increase in size and height. Imagine a human being. Human being cannot grow more than 6 feet, but animal can grow more than 15-20 feet. Imagine the cocoa, the cashew tree, the cocoa tree, the palm tree. Imagine the height, 20 feet, 30 feet. Excretion is the process by which the plants and animal excrete their waste product. The waste product we mentioned in respiration for the animal, which is carbon dioxide, is the waste product in excretion. Why that waste product in plants is what? Is oxygen, O2. CO2 are excreted by what? By plants, by animal. While oxygen, O2, is excreted by what? By plants. Now imagine this CO2 that is being what? That is not useful for human being, that is not useful for animal generally, is now what plant is used in doing their what? In doing their photosynthesis. Yes. And now the CO2, the oxygen that is not useful for plants, because when there is a photosynthesis, there is a reaction. The reaction that the product size that comes is what? Glucose. 6,6H6O6 plus what? Plus water, H2O, plus what? O2. Yes, that's the waste product. But the only thing they needed here for plants is 6,6H6O6, which is the nucleoside. But animal needs it. Because that oxygen that is not good here, we have to use it. So that's the reason why there are excretion. In the excretion, the waste products of human being are the benefits of plant, and the waste products of plants are the benefits of what? Of animal. Reproduction. We produce young ones, but in different places, in different process. The reproduction here in animal can be asexual reproduction or sexual reproduction. Most of them they are asexual reproduction. So, but in what? In animal, we are also using asexual and sexual reproduction, but of different techniques. Adaptation. What? Adaptation, the ability to adapt to a certain environment. Imagine someone that travel out of this country from probably Nigeria and Canada here. He moves around the country and he still adapts to that particular places. It's called adaptation. And also a plant can adapt to a certain place. The hydrocyte plant can be moving from one place to another place. Yes. So that's the reason why we have these characteristics. And in subsequent video, we'll be discussing about the features, where we discuss better of what we said about this characteristics. We discuss about the stimulus, the movement, the respiration. We discuss this in subsequent video. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe and like this particular video so that you can be notified when there is another video that is being posted. Thank you.